We are live. We're live. We're live. Welcome. Welcome back to Road Trippin, presented by Fanatics Sportsbook. I've never cheersed myself, but don't mind if I do. Sitting here alone, solo. Cue the crickets. There they are.
Allie, don't do that, Allie.
I've never been so alone in my life. That is actually a lie. I walked into a home with no furniture. That's for another day. Moving on, I'm Allie Clifton, Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye, Kendrick Perkins. We're all over the map. Get it? Road tripping. Where are we at? Where are we checking in from? Perk, I'll start with you.
I'm actually in New York. I'm in New York right now, but I'm about to catch a flight, go to Cleveland. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just I'm maximizing the All-Star break right now.
Good for you. As you're sipping your
Mhm.
coffee, are you maximizing the All-Star break, Richard? Where are you at?
No, I already did that. I am in. Where am I at? Minnesota. Then I go to Oklahoma City.
Oh, two wonderful cities. Channing, where are
I'm
you
in
at?
Phoenix. In Phoenix,
Phoenix.
a good buddy of mine had a 20-year celebration for his company. So we came out, ate, had a good time.
Drink water. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lots of water. Actually,
that's what
pretty
it's
chill.
like.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's good to see all of you. I know we were all hanging out. We missed you, Perk, for All-Star Weekend. We're going to dive into a bunch of fun topics throughout the course of this show. Remember, if you're in the chat, hit that like, subscribe button, hit the notification reminder. Every Tuesday, Friday, we are live at 10 a.m. Pacific. I will say that we have goals. We have hashtag goals here. Richard, what are our goals?
He's muted.
You're muted.
Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah.
Richard, what are our goals?
Our goals are 1,000 likes. That's the only way we're going to stay on here for longer. We might give you guys a couple minutes just because Perk was late. And
What?
so we'll get up. We'll give you guys a few more minutes. But if we don't hit 1,000 likes, then we're in 4 different like time zones right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're doing our job is basically what he's telling you. So we need you guys to do your job. And I've been told, what do we have to do? We have to exit to then hit like. And the heart is not a like. I just want y'all to know. And I keep tabs on how many of you are in here. We love you. We just want to feel the support and love back. All right. You'll hear from that all episode long. We just had Coach JB Bickerstaff on at All-Star. Shout out to everyone, by the way, who stopped by. If you haven't seen that episode after this one, be sure to go check it out. It was a lot of fun. We did it at Cosm here in Los Angeles. Great hospitality. We had a great time. But last night, the Pistons, they picked up where they left off, completed the regular season sweep against the Knicks. Detroit took down the Knicks 126-111 behind 42, 13, and 8 from Cade Cunningham. Before any of us even entered the chat, I did pull it up on my phone and I saw that there was Cade for MVP, Cade for MVP, Cade is the MVP. We heard what JB had to say. The Pistons' average margin of victory, guys, in their 3 wins versus the Knicks, 28 points. New York's worst loss being a 38-point loss just a couple weeks ago. What is it that makes it so hard for the Knicks to beat them? What are you guys seeing from Detroit? What did last night show y'all? We'll start there. Perk, you're in New York. We're starting with you.
Well, start with me. Okay, number one is that when we talk about top 5 players in the NBA,
Mo from NYC. Let's not talk about it.
uh, 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 Cade Cunningham is SGA in whatever order in these top 3. SGA, Giannis, Jokic, and guess who? Guess who's right there next after them? Is Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham has just leapfrogged Luka Doncic for his top 5 players in the NBA in my eyes. Jaylen Brown is in that conversation right now as well. You know why? Forget the point that he went and gave him a 40-piece all flats. It's the 8 rebounds, it's the 13 assists, and Cade Cunningham plays both sides of the basketball. Jaylen Brown plays both sides of the basketball. That was probably their most impressive. It was. It was their most impressive win of the NBA season for the Detroit Pistons. They're missing their all-star center. They're missing the number 1 rim protector in the NBA and Isaiah Stewart. And they go in there. Not only did the Knicks know that Detroit want to smoke with them, they actually went onto their home floor with their dirty shoes, walked up into their crib, full of mud, tracked up mud, kicked their feet up on the damn table, got their remote, turned the channel, and ordered DoorDash on their credit card. On their
DoorDash,
credit
shut
card.
up.
You talk about fucking disrespect. That is disrespect to the utmost. Yeah, yeah. Detroit, hey, look, last thing I'm going to say. Detroit shouldn't. This team has a legitimate shot of winning the NBA championship. Yeah, I said it.
Bro, you didn't say anything crazy. You say crazy things all the time. That wasn't that crazy. Currently, the way they are playing right now, they are playing the best basketball in the league. That's simple facts.
That's it.
Yeah, they're playing the best basketball in the league. But it doesn't. But again, it's still the start. It's still the start of after All Star break. The Knicks could have still been on. There's a lot of different things that go on. They should. They are the best team in the Eastern Conference right now. If the playoffs were to start today, it was them and everybody else. But you still have a couple of months.
Yeah, I just think, watching a bunch of the Knicks this year, they just don't grind out wins, right? I think for them, with Tibbs, you had only one way you were going to win, and it was going to be grimy, right? And you were going to defend. And I think if you look at, like, the game, they really weren't defending. Now, obviously, Cade and the Pistons are great, but, like, the Knicks, like, getting dirty wins, I don't know if the Knicks have a dirty win where they're like, yo, we're going to lock down. We're going to play, like, hard-nosed defense like they were last year. And I think, obviously, it's, a catch-22 with Mike Brown. Yes, you have more bench guys playing. Yes, you've engaged the offense a little bit more. But, like, to me, you can't just go and try to outscore teams. And then also I feel like they don't have – and I don't know if anybody does, but they especially don't have an answer for Cade. And I think that Detroit went in there, like Perk said, without Durbin, without Beef Stew, and still managed to go do that is kind of alarming to the Knicks. Like, they got to figure out their identity defensively, especially these last 25 games.
Am I the only one?
Yeah, no, you're not the only one, Perk. Are you talking about the audio?
No, my audio is great. I don't know what the hell going on with Richard and Shannon. My equipment, my setup, my phone, those motherfuckers must got Androids or Crickets or no Kias. My audio is great. And you know what, Allie? I think that's the most important thing anyway. Long as you and we have the right audio, nobody really gives a fuck what Richard and Shannon got to say. But look, let me say this though. Let me say this to you. Karl Anthony Towns played better under Tom Thibodeau than he is under Mike Brown. For whatever reason it may be, they got to find a way to max out Karl Anthony Towns. He is the most important player to their success.
I think sometimes Cat lacks discipline. And if with Tibbs, you're only going to do things that you practice, right? So those crazy practices, working on closeouts and things like that. Of course, he's going to make mistakes, but I felt like his attention to detail was a lot more focused last year with Tibbs than it is this year. Again, I think they have fallen in love with we're an offensive powerhouse, and so instead of being like, hey, today we got to lock down, we may have to win 96-98, and I don't know if they have that in their mind right now this year.
This is the whole beauty of being live. So I'm going to do this all in front of everyone, and it's okay because I think that you, our listeners, are the most important. Is it okay for Channing to dip out and then come back in? Please. Because it sounds like Channing is playing my favorite kid game, Frogger.
He doesn't have Wi-Fi.
Oh.
And make sure that you're connected to the Wi-Fi because, like many times, Perk, you are correct. I think we're having Wi-Fi technical difficulties on there.
I mean, I don't know where those guys are at, Allie. You know what I mean? Like, spend some money.
This is
the
tough part about us all doing multiple jobs, but trying to still make it work.
Yeah, but we ain't got to explain. Allie, we don't have to explain. We don't have to explain to the audience. They love us. They understand. They're here. This is the problem when you got two people that's part of the road tripping family that always want to go the cheap route. That's the problem. They don't want to wherever they at. They don't want to spend for the premium Wi-Fi. They just want to connect and get the shit on the house. Spend some dollars. We here though, Allie. Let's go.
We are here though. And you know what? We can actually move on to the next conversation with our resident Celtic himself being here. Because last night I was in Golden State for Boston and the Warriors.
And you killed it.
You
And you
mentioned,
killed it.
you are too kind. I appreciate you. You mentioned Jaylen Brown. What a night he had. His 6th career triple-double and a 121-110 victory over the Warriors. 23, 15, and 13 dimes. I will say the Celtics led by as many as 34. They had a 38-19 second quarter that really just blew open the game. I think first and foremost, before we even, obviously they're second in the East behind that of the Detroit Pistons. Before we dive into the success of the Celtics and what this means for them, does Jason Tatum return or not? How good, how sharp do they look? The news surrounding Steph Curry. Perk, you had some thoughts on that I saw this morning already, possibly. That's tough news. Dealing with runner's knee, obviously. There was no structural damage on his MRI, but he's missed 6 games now. He's likely to miss at least the next 4, which covers a 10-day span, as he just lets the knee and the soreness that he's dealing with settle. Speak. Let me know what you feel.
Shut him down, Allie. Shut him down for the remaining of the season. Let's be real. This Warriors team is not going anywhere. Draymond Green, I don't know where his mind is at, but it's definitely not on the game of basketball. He looked horrible last night. Shut Steph down. Let those guys play it out. See what guys fit. See what guys are going. Right now, I would let the rest of the Warriors team outside of Steph play this season out and audition to see if if they want to be here. How do you want to be here? By performing at a high level. But this offseason, because I'm skipping, shut Steph down. But this offseason is going to be probably one of the most important off seasons of this franchise since Steph has been a part of the franchise, because they need to go out. Mike Dunleavy has to do his damn job and make sure he go get the pieces so that Steph has a legitimate shot coming into next year to compete for an NBA title.
Hopefully I sound okay, but I don't think, even if I think I don't sound okay.
Nope.
You don't sound okay. Otherwise,
You never sound
Richard,
okay.
Richard, you sound great. If you could maybe just come a little bit closer, because you're just a little low on volume.
Well,
he's like, you guys want more of
I
me?
will speak up a little bit louder. Oh, you guys want more of me? What are we talking about? I left for the last 5 minutes trying to get this stuff figured out.
Oh, and I hear a Frogger on your end too. We're talking about the Warriors and the Celtics from last night, but mainly the news surrounding Steph and his knee injury. Which, by the way, I know a bunch of you in the chat are asking what even has happened to Steph at the end of January. He was dealing with some knee pain, knee issues, soreness. So he's been out, and they're characterizing it as runner's knee, which is more of a nuisance annoyance versus like a sharp pain, nagging injury. Don't call me Dr. Clifton, but if you need me to, I will kind of jump in from that angle and perspective. And so it's something that's just going to take time and rest. If he sits, if he runs.
Dr. what?
Dr. Clifton. If he sits, if he runs, it's just constant pain. And we all know how Steph plays the game. So it's tough, obviously, for Steph and the Warriors and what they're going to be dealing with, because he's out at least for the next 10 days. He'll be reevaluated then, Richard.
Ew. First of all, look at Channing's face. Second off, oh, God. So we did the Warriors game. It was the Warriors-Lakers. And Steph was standing up cheering the whole time. Standing up. I'm like, look at Steph. What a great teammate. And it was just cheering on his guys. So he comes over and says, what's up? And I'm like, Steph, man, what's going on, man? You've been cheering the whole game. He's like, yeah, because if I sit down, it hurts. So like that just shows you what he's dealing with and how tough it is. Like he stands up for the whole game or most of the game to cheer on his teammates, because if he sits too long, his knee starts to bother him. So that kills you on rest. Runner's knee, surprise, like the greatest runner we've ever seen in the history of the game of basketball. His knee, he's having runner's knee. So, you know, I think what Perk said about shutting them down, I think shutting him down, because understand he came off an Olympic summer. He came off, a heck of a grind the last few years. So if you get an opportunity, and don't forget the year they won the championship, played, yes, he came back, but Steph had a lot of time off in that those 2 seasons. He had a lot of time off in those 2 seasons leading up to that championship because of injuries, because of the dynamic of their team. So to shut Steph down the rest of the way, and I'm not even saying that like if Steph can play, he should play. Fans deserve that. Season ticket holders deserve that. I'm not questioning that. But if you're talking about prolonging someone's career, if you're talking about giving them more, that's what you got to do.
Hey, real quick, Shannon, listen. Turn your camera off as you get situated. Turn your camera off, and then get situated where we don't have to see you on live trying to get
Is
situated.
that Perk
Yeah, we
stomach
see your
grumbling?
nose hairs.
Yeah, that's not me. I'm literally sitting here. I haven't said anything or done anything.
Channing sounds great. Rich, I need you to get off Wi-Fi.
I'm not on Wi-Fi. I couldn't join the Wi-Fi.
Richard, someone
Okay.
just said Rich has dolphin Wi-Fi.
Yeah, cheap
Yeah.
ass phone.
Okay,
Here's my
wait. Moving
iPad.
forward, you guys
phone.
all send the eggs for Richard's head, and I think we should all come up with emojis for each. Like you guys pick your own emoji, and I'm just gonna say right now, the frog is bringing me the most joy in life. Sometimes you got to make chicken shit. What is it? Chicken salad out of chicken shit, and that's what we're doing on this live today. I'm just letting you know. So I know the sound is crazy, but roll with us, please. It's not going to be like this forever. This is just some technical difficulties based off of where everyone is at. We will get it
Someone's
fixed.
getting fired. Someone's getting fired. Probably Perk.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi.
Wait, Allie, that frog noise is what you heard last time.
Oh Lord, not his stuff. It's hard.
Here we go.
All right, the Boston
we go.
Celtics. Having said that, Kendrick Perkins. Yo,
Yes.
what's cooking
Perk.
in Boston?
What's
Oh.
not cooking?
Rich actually sounds great. Yeah.
What's not cooking, Allie? I'm gonna tell you what's cooking. A guy that should be leading a guy that's leading the MVP race. A guy that's doing more with less. A guy by the name of Jaylen Brown, the best two-way player in the game. A team that's sitting at the second seed in the Eastern Conference. That's looking like they ready for all the smoke. That's what's cooking. A guy that should win Coach of the Year in Joe Mazzulla. A team that has a core foundation, meaning championship blood. That's what's cooking. This team, hey, I'm telling you this right now. Right now, we here on live. The Boston Celtics, the way that they're trending, and it's only if they get Tatum back, which they might get him back. They are my dark horse to win it all.
The Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great dark horse. But let's talk basketball. Wait, do you have Cade or Jaylen Brown? Do you have Cade or Jaylen Brown for MVP?
I got Jaylen Brown, Cade second.
Okay. Right.
Do you agree?
I'm just curious. I didn't have anything. I didn't have a follow-up. I think JB Bickerstaff, I think what Joe Mazzulla has done. I would go far. I think what JJ Redick has done this year, right? Given the amount that his top three have played, I'm talking about people that have done outstanding coaching jobs, not just they're going to win Coach of the Year. You look at JJ's record. They just posted that. His record going into the fourth quarter when leading is like 96% like win percentage, which is like the best in the NBA history with like a minimum of like 30 or 40 games. It's something nuts. My point is, when you've had so many guys out, you've had so much like shifting, those are the coaches, in my opinion, very similar to what Joe Mazzulla has done. He had a turnover of a roster, one of their best player, Jason Tatum, wherever you rank him on their team. Jaylen Brown is proving that he's at the exact same tier and the exact same level, because Jaylen Brown is, in my opinion, right now a first team All NBA guy. So, yeah, Joe Mazzulla, I think he's done an outstanding job. But, unfortunately, the season doesn't end in February, so we got a couple more months to play.
Touche, and I will tell you that's kind of the motto and message out of the Celtics. And it's not even just the fact of, by the way, Allie is not upset. Sometimes you just got to roll with the punches. Life is life. Having said that, from like possession to possession to quarter to half, like their message, I think that's the one thing that stood out to me with the Celtics is they're all like, they take on the identity of Joe Mazzulla. And it is hilarious. Last night there was a moment where there was like 2 reviews regarding a offensive foul with Al Horford involved, and so Joe calls his first challenge and then Steve challenges that, and then the Celtics end up winning, and Hugo runs over and he has this moment with Joe Mazzulla, and everyone was like, is this the first time we've ever seen Joe Mazzulla smile? Right? And like I had this moment with Peyton Pritchard at halftime about it, and he was like, wait, when did it happen? When did it happen? What was it about? And I just think like every single thing about the Celtics, like there is just this level in this next gear that they believe that no matter how great they've been, despite all the talk about the gap year coming in, right, that they are exceeding it, number one, but there's another level to get to. And a lot of that is because of Jaylen Brown. Channing, let's see if your mic works. Let's see how you sound. We were talking about JB Bickerstaff and Joe Mazzulla, Coach of the Year candidates.
I personally have JB. I think his development, but damn, Joe Mazzulla is doing a hell of a job, man. Wait, do I sound fine?
You do sound
Yeah,
better.
you're great.
You sound a little dusty. You sound a little banged up.
Now it's Richard.
We're gonna be honest.
Richard, maybe we
yeah.
should have Richard engage in the chat a lot.
Well, how about you get off the iPad and put it on your iPhone?
Ooh, man.
That might.
I'm in the process of doing that. I'm in the process of doing it.
Yeah.
Shut
I'll
up.
do that
Okay.
that way. But anyways,
Yeah.
I think what Joe Mazzulla has done is like not allow them to make excuses and be like, yeah, Jason Tatum is gone, but I believe in you guys and I believe in your work. And like one thing he does, he empowers the shit out of his teammates or out of his players, which I really appreciate, man. It's like they also play a certain brand of basketball that is so different than any other team in the NBA, right? And I think, they've proven that style works and they believe in it. And, on JB's side, he's coaching them a completely different way than most anybody else is. Like he has a very physical, forward-heavy team that is going to, beat you to the ground. Where Boston is the type of team that's going to drive, kick, look for 2-on-1s, and make opportunities for each other. And they want to shoot 53s a game. So I appreciate that we're not seeing the same type of teams over and over and over again have success in the NBA.
I appreciate all of you. Thank you for reminding those that have been rocking with us since day one that this is not normal for us. And despite the technical difficulties that we are experiencing right now, we actually think that there might be something going on with the stream in general. So we are going to take this time to take a quick break, and then we will be back in just a moment. Please stay with us. We will be right back.
You guys know how much we live and breathe the NBA, and if you're listening to this podcast, odds are you do too. So teaming up with Fanatics Sportsbook just made sense. You probably know Fanatics for the gear, but now Fanatics Sportsbook is checking in the game, giving NBA fans more ways to raise their game every single night. Fanatics Sportsbook isn't just about betting. Every wager earns fan cash that you can actually use on NBA gear, collectibles, and more. You watch the games, you tune in to talk about the league with us, and now you've got a way to get more out of it every time you lock in. So whether you're locked into the playoff race, debating tonight's matchups, or just watching hoops like we are, Fanatics Sportsbook is right there with you. There's a lot of basketball ahead, which means plenty of ways to bet, all in the Fanatics Sportsbook app. Join the Road Tripping family on America's fastest growing sportsbook today. Must be 21 and over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777. In Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. In Maryland, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app.
We are back, I believe. Look at this wingspan. We were rocking in the chat. I am not a bot. That is my name. I got to figure it out with YouTube. It's the first time I've ever chatted in the chat. But Allie clipped in all the numbers. Why am I getting roasted? What did I do?
What did I do?
Let me know. Road Trippin. Road Trippin presented by Fanatics Sportsbook. That is right. They freaking love us for this. I promise it is not us. It is the Wi-Fi. It's streaming. We got a lot of things going on right now. But we will make sure it's fixed by next week. If we can continue this stream, we're going to do so. If not, we might have to dip out early because obviously we don't want you guys to have to deal with all of this either. All right. Picking up where we left off. Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye, Kendrick Perkins, Allie Clifton, live every Tuesday, Friday. Road Trippin', you know where it's at. I'm in Los Angeles. Let's see if I remember. Kendrick's in New York, Channing's in Phoenix, and Richard's in Minnesota. That's the life you live with all of your hosts doing all of the things. But this is the place that we want to be right now. So let's rock. We announced earlier this week that Road Trippin' has officially partnered with Fanatics Sportsbook. We did it over All-Star Weekend in our episode with JB Bickerstaff. Go check it out if you haven't already. So now, every Friday, we're going to give you our best picks. I'm getting double thumbs up, so I hope you guys are getting that on your receiving end as well. Continue to drop the eggs and the frogs. Every Friday, we're going to give you our best picks of the night. Make sure you download the Fanatics Sportsbook app because our picks will be available there. So you can tailor fade these guys depending on how you're feeling. But we're going to get into our very first pick segment brought to you by Fanatics. Wow. Crickets.
Shout out to Fanatics. Shout out to Fanatics.
Shout out to Fanatics. Friday night action. We got Clippers at Lakers. The spread is Lakers -6.5. Perk. We're starting with you and your pick. Do you think the Clippers cover that spread?
Do I think or do I know? Hell yeah, the Clippers covering that spread. Did you see what happened the last time the Lakers and the Clippers played against each other? Kawhi Leonard owns the matchup against LeBron James. Okay, let's make that very, very clear. And the Clippers are playing some outstanding basketball. The postseason has started for the Clippers. They got an impressive win last night against the Denver Nuggets. Ty Lue is going to have his team ready. They're in ninth place. They're trying to climb up into the standings. They're going to be ready. I have the Clippers covering that 6.5 easily. I'm Kawhi Leonard Jordan betting it all on him.
Kawhi Leonard Jordan. Got it. Okay. Channing. Yeah. Luka is +105 to hit 4 or more threes. Does he do it?
I don't think he does. And I think it is because of how good the Clippers are playing. Wait, do I sound right?
Yeah, no, keep going.
Richard's operating the chat. I'm sorry. And he just gave you the emoji of a dinosaur.
I don't think he does it. I think the Clippers are locked in. Again, they're trying to climb, and I think they're going to force Luka to play underneath that three-point line, play inside, hit those middies, post up. So I'm going to say no. I don't think he does.
Wow. He's saying no. All right, Richard.
That's what my gut says.
That's what your gut says? Does your gut say a lot?
No, it says I'm hungry.
That's the sound we were hearing. All right, Richard, let's look at the tank off between the Jazz and the Grizzlies. Markkanen, 23 plus points is -125. Do you think he gets over or under 23?
Oh, I'm going over. I'm always going over. We always go over on our Markkanen. That's it. So we always go over on the market. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, everything.
Okay, why are you yelling at me, bro?
Everyone.
This okay, great.
Richard, he might not play the second half.
Well, you know what? That's up to the Utah Jazz, the NBA, and God. It's up to them. Chan, I think so. So this is the thing. I was trying to come up with emojis for everybody. I think the Brontosaurus. I think that's what that is. So Channing is the tallest one in the group, right? So I have him as the Brontosaurus. I'm the egg. Allie's the frog. I'm trying to figure out what Perk. I'm gonna. Don't worry, we'll get Perks. We'll get no.
No. Do they have an emoji of Morris Chestnut? That's
they don't.
Emoji.
No, they don't.
Yeah, put that face on.
I'll come up with yours. So
wow. All right.
You guys told me to run the chat.
I love it. I am here for it.
Channing, are you anti this? So when people agree with you, they can throw in the Brontosaurus Chat, I think that's a good one. What do you think? Are you anti-Brontosaurus?
No, I'm
You
fine
got
with the
Perk as
Brontosaurus.
Oh,
It's
I
a lot
like the
worse.
grizzly bear for Perk.
I'm okay with the grizzly bear for Perk. I'm okay.
Andis
I'm
Brown put
okay
it
with
in
the
the
grizzly bear.
chat. What do you think,
Okay.
Perk?
No, he
You
can
know
take
what?
the grizzly bear.
Hey,
That's
in
a
I'm
bear
some
a,
down
circles,
symbol.
being
That's
called
a
a bear it means a couple different things now.
hey,
yeah.
speaking of bear down, I will be in attendance on Saturday in Houston. They got U of H. I will be in attendance with
Oh,
my Arizona hoodie on, representing. You know what I mean? In the H Town.
okay.
Just yeah,
Okay.
Wait, that's the 28th?
it's Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday. Sorry, I thought you were talking
This
about next
Saturday.
Saturday.
Hey, I like the Grizzly bear though. I'm with that. I'm with that. Chat. If
I
y'all
feel
rolling
like
with it, I'm rolling with it. Put the
that's what
Grizzly bear
that's
though.
what the chat has given you. But if Rich, I'm challenging you. If you can come up with something better, for some, look at it. Look at his
Nah.
fingers go. Look at his fingers go. Chat, remember, we need the likes. We need the likes. Tap the
So
like. We know all of you that are in the chat. We are moving on to the tanking segment, but before we do, Perk, what do you got?
so to be clear,
Yes.
I'm taking the Clippers to cover 6.5 against the Lakers.
Yes.
Shannon is taking the under because he don't believe that Luka is gonna hit 4 more threes against the Clippers. And Richard, although Marketing may not play in the second half, he's taking the over tonight that he's gonna score over 23 points. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
Okay. Okay.
You okay
All
with
right.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
1-0 start for me today. I know that for a fact. I don't
That's
know
our
about
Friday
everybody else, but I'm starting. Yeah.
pick segment brought to you by Fanatics. All right, the tank off. Speaking of taking, Adam Silver said that every possible remedy is on the table to solve this issue. Multiple sources with knowledge of Thursday's GM meeting told ESPN that the following concepts have been discussed to curb tanking. I know you guys can't see them, and I would hate to have to read all of these to bore everyone, but I'm going to give you a couple. First round picks can be protected only top 4 or top 14. Lottery odds
Wait a
freeze
second.
at the trade.
We don't give it. Wait. We gotta get to the chat. I apologize, Allie. So guys, let's talk about this. We not gonna do a pill for Perk. We not doing that, right? Like we are a family show. Y'all can get us canceled. We don't want to do that. Now, I was gonna go with the bear because bear down. Shout out Perk but Perk the plug. I saw Big Perk the plug.
Ooh.
I actually like that. We gonna switch that. Who is that? Who gave that suggestion?
I actually wondered
Who
what that meant.
Yeah, Big
Yeah.
Perk the plug. Okay, Mo, NYC Mo, you've been listening. You've been paying attention. Big Perk is 100% the plug. That is his thing. That's his new emoji. I'm fully supportive of it, chat. We're gonna I'm gonna start spamming the chat. Let's show the emoji. Where is this at? Where's this plug at? Where's this
Brontosaurus.
plug? The Brontosaurus, the plug. Let's go. Equals.
If the Road Trippin fam had to be seen visually in emojis, put them all up on the screen. We want to know you're
Yeah.
listening.
Big Perk the plug.
Allie, what's your emoji?
She a
A
frog.
frog.
Ribbit.
What?
I'm a bull
Somebody,
frog.
wait.
Depending
Somebody
on the
said
day.
Draymond said he was a better player than me. He's had a better career than I have. I wouldn't call him a better player, and I'd say that shit to his face.
Wait, Draymond said on his podcast that he was a better player than Richard.
Wait a second.
Is that saying a
Draymond has
lot?
had I 1000% has had a better career.
I was gonna
1000%
say.
salute my brother. Salute my brother. But better player, then again, those are different contexts. If you would have tossed us both a basketball and had us play ones or had us play basketball at a 1-0, like that's not even a conversation. Draymond is better defensively. Draymond is a better passer. He's a lot of things he does better. I will not dispute that. He's had a much better career, Hall of Fame career. But better player, me and him can always argue about that. We'll argue about that forever.
Tell me where you can get 3 NBA champions,
Just
and
my
I got a
thoughts.
couple of rings myself, that talk basketball but also have emojis going rapid in the chat. All right, back to the tank off. Can we please focus and lock in my ADD friends?
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Yes.
How do you feel about some of these choices and options that have been thrown out? Flatten odds for all lottery
to me, the
teams.
one that
Lottery
sticks out
extended
to-
to include all play-in teams. Lottery odds freeze at the trade deadline or a later date. Channing.
I like it.
I think the one that says you can't pick in the top 4 consecutive years, I think is great. I think the one that sticks out to me is teams can't pick top 4 of the year after making a conference finals. So that would apply to a team like Indiana or OKC, you know? So like it allows, like, yes, you did well, but you can't all of a sudden tank just to get another really good player and start stacking your team that way because somebody got hurt. You got to go compete.
Okay, but this is the problem. What about when someone gets hurt? So you get a Tyrese Halliburton, you lose your player in the conference finals. So you're saying after you make the conference finals, you can't be in the top four, like from like a tanking standpoint. Sometimes you lose players via free agent. Look at Toronto; they lost Kawhi, or teams can lose guys. So you don't want to penalize because you got to understand like good and bad. What the good is, what the bad is. For a team like Indiana, they lose their best player, they're out. You saw what happened when Clay, Draymond, like all those guys got injured from Golden State. So I agree. I think there should be a point system that rewards the bad teams for wins at the end of the season. You got to reward them for wins instead of rewarding them for losses, because that's all tanking is. You're rewarding them for losses, giving them a better percentage. It's simple. So we want to avoid that. So what's the opposite of that? Reward them from wins at a certain point.
To be honest, I just want the problem to be fixed. I just want
Oh,
team. No, hold on, hear me out. I just want teams to stop fucking with the integrity of the game and throwing basketball games. And I've been hearing a lot of people that's been putting out there that the NBA needs to get rid of the draft. That is the most asinine thing I've ever heard in the last 5 or 6 years. That is fucking ridiculous to put out there to even speak into existence. People don't realize how much the NBA draft is tied to people legacies.
Oh, man.
The NBA draft is more than just, oh, what team gets this player. As a player, hearing your name being called in the NBA draft is different. You look forward the to draft night. You look forward to hearing your name called. You get forward to seeing your cap that with the team that drafted you. Like it is everything and more to a player that has been drafted, that's going to get drafted. That is like the birth of being in the NBA. I hope and pray that Adam Silver goes tone deaf to those fucking people that are out there trying to persuade the world and the NBA to get rid of the draft. The NBA draft is part of the NBA. The NBA draft, excuse me, is everything and more. So look, I know I dropped my phone, but real talk, real talk. No. Seriously, hold on. Real talk. Let me ask y'all a question. Shannon, do you remember everything about your draft night? How
Without a doubt.
special was that how special was that moment?
It was the best. It was surreal. It was, one of those things where like you see it envisioned in your head, but then when you get the opportunity to be there, you see these guys you competed against, and when you walk on stage, and we had David Stern at the time, it was like, holy crap, I'm here. And then for me to get drafted to New York was even crazier. And then my family's from New York, so I had 75 people there. So it was one of the best days of my life.
RJ,
no, look, first of all, we can't address stupid people. So whoever stupid people are that are suggesting this, it's hard to address them. To your point, yes, the draft is something that's not going away. It's never going away. To say because a couple of teams are tanking to get a number one pick, which has been done for 40 years, 50 years, this has been going on. They need to now adjust it, especially with gambling being involved, especially with that. They have to come up with a way. But anybody that says they should eliminate, that's like they should raise the hoops to 11 feet. It's like we no longer can have a conversation as an
right?
intelligent people. So it's
Yeah,
like I don't want to
seriously.
address stuff. And it's like everybody's got a podcast. Everybody can get on there and give a hot take about something that'll never happen. And then it steamrolls to everyone addressing it. The draft isn't going anywhere. The draft shouldn't go anywhere. They just need to, if a team is not very good, you have to increase their odds of becoming a competitive team, and you do that through the draft. So teams like San Antonio have tanked to get Wemby. Dallas tanked to get Derek Lively.
They
You
tanked to
look
get
at
Tim
Cleveland.
Duncan.
San Antonio tanked to get Tim Duncan. Cleveland tanked to get LeBron James. These are things that have gone on. They just need to change the formula. They changed it a few years ago. So now the bottom three teams have an equal percentage. So it was like, hey, you don't have to fight to be the worst. If you're bottom three, you have the same percentage. But even now, you still have to structure it because you have top 5 protected, top 10 protected. So teams that are in a tough spot, they're like, well, we got to make sure that we got to get to bottom 5, because if we're 6, we lose our pick. So a lot of these have to do with the teams that are trading a certain protection. If you're top 3 protected, that means that if you get one of those 3 picks, then you get to keep your pick from another team. So if I'm in that space and we made this trade 3 years ago, and now they have rights, if it's 4 or lower, I'm going to do whatever I can to get in that top 3, especially if we're already a crap team. So
Right.
the system has created this problem, not as much as it is like the teams, this. It's a system. If this is the system that's able to get things done, that's the system. So you have to change the system.
Mhm.
We have a couple more segments before we wrap this up. For those of you that are in the chat, Christian Blaze, we appreciate you. We are certainly powering through this hour. I liked someone saying this show really is tripping. But as all of you can see, I think it's out of our control. It might be a streaming issue with YouTube. However, we do have a good record going on here. So if you are catching bits and pieces of this, we will have it in its entirety uploaded after we finish here momentarily. But again, thank you for pushing through with us, because we're going to continue this show. I do want to take that one step further to our Straight Trippin' segment for a related topic. Mark Cuban, guys, friend of the show, who's been on Road Trippin', said on X that the NBA might as well just embrace the tanking so that teams don't have to lie to their fans about why players are sitting out. He says due to fines like the Jazz and Pacers received last week, the NBA puts teams into positions where, quote, if you don't lie to your fans about what you are doing, even though it's obvious to them, you get fined, and threatening you with losing picks. He continued, quote, we didn't tank often, only a few times over 23 years, but when we did, our fans appreciated it, and it got us where we could improve, trade up to get Luka and improve our team. Cuban wrote that the team was fined $600,000 after that, saying it's a joke. Is he tripping, or is he right that fans get it and actually maybe appreciate that sometimes?
No,
I
he's
don't agree
wrong.
with that.
You never get trying to lose games if you're a fan. You never get a team trying to throw games if you're an NBA fan. And I love Mark Cuban. If he want to bring his ass back on, we can have another conversation about it. But true fans are never in acceptance of losing games, of just trying to throw games. You don't go to cheer your organization on for them to try to lose. If that's the case, then he might as well tell the fans don't buy tickets and come support. I bet you he won't say that out loud. I bet you he won't say, hey, don't come buy tickets today and come to the arena because we're trying to lose. We don't need you guys to cheer us on because we don't need any help. We're trying to lose. We want to put ourselves in the worst position possible, or best position possible to lose the game. And when we are in fear that if you guys show up, that y'all going to cheer us on, and all of a sudden it's going to give us a different type of life, and we're going to win these games.
Well, Perk, he says in this article, or like his X thing too, that he says fans don't care. They're like, they just want to come to the game, and when a team is tanking, the tickets are cheaper, and they just want to come see their favorite player play, get a
Well,
jersey,
take a
and go
poll.
home. Like he
Take
says
a
it's better
poll.
for
Wait,
the
wait, wait,
fans.
wait,
That's
wait,
what he
wait.
says.
Okay, guys. Okay,
I don't necessarily
instead
agree
of
with
us,
that, but
instead of us arguing about that point,
We're not arguing.
yeah, we're just talking.
unless no, okay, I apologize. For unless us have, I think a deeper conversation is what are solutions. I agree. I don't think tanking is good for basketball. If you are, if you have 25 points in the first half and you don't play in the fourth quarter because your team's trying to lose, I wouldn't want to be as a player. That would make me miserable. I don't know. I don't know next year if we get the 4th pick and this guy's trash and I missed out on 30 games of my career, that next year you could have an injury. So it's just this weird thing for players to be a part of. And so what I literally to solve said issue, how can they reward the crappy teams that are struggling? How can we make them play their guys or be competitive in the last 25 games of the season so we don't see tanking? And I believe that there should be sort of point system, just like the NBA Cup. There should be some sort of point system where it's like, okay, you've been eliminated. Now you get points towards every win you get. Best believe them coaches, Laurie Marketing, he's going to be playing 38 minutes trying to get wins. That is a positive thing. If that now you get to contribute to the success of the draft pick. Y'all want a draft pick? Go fight for it. Not to go lose for it. Oh, Utah Jazz. Okay, you guys have been eliminated. There's 10 games left. If you guys go 2-10, or if you guys go 2-8, your pick is going to be 4. If you guys go 7-3, your pick is going to be 2. Best believe you now get to see teams the same way you go fight for a championship. Y'all want the number 2 pick? Y'all want the number 3 pick? Go fight for it. Go win some games if y'all want this. Put some sort of competitive effort and product out on the court for the fans. That is the
What if
best.
you're a young team, though? What if you're like New Orleans or Washington, and your goal is like, hey, we need to play these young guys, and they just don't have the wherewithal or the talent to compete, but we have to play them to see what they are, right? So like Utah has all-stars and talented players, and they are holding them back. What about a young team? And you're like, because I've been on a tanking team where they blew the team up and we end up winning 48 games, right? And missed the playoffs.
Ugh.
Then I've been on teams that had Vooch, that had Victor Oladipo, Tobias Harris, had Aaron Gordon, and we were awful because they were like, yo, we're just going to play the young guys because we need them to get this experience. So, like, they were trying to win. They just
And,
didn't know how to win.
and here's to answer your question, Channing. I think that's a great question. To answer that, you're not taking a crappy team that's trying to win and dropping them out of the lottery. What we're saying is that inside of the lottery, there's a percentage. So if you go 2-6, or let's say you go 4-6 over that 10 game span, maybe you have 14% a chance of getting the number 1 right pick. If you go 7-3, maybe you have a 15%. So it can be incremental. It's like you can gain a percentage point based off the better record. So it's not like it's dropping you out. It's like, hey, we tried to win, and now instead of having the 2 pick, we have the 13th. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is that you look at a segment and then you can increase a percentage by a fraction. That's when they put the lottery balls in there and they're pulling it out. The difference between a 12% chance and a 14% chance. But that's a one way to not have it be, hey, you have a crappy team that couldn't win even if they tried. You don't want to discourage them from like playing the young guys, but you also have to understand that if you're trying to put out a competitive product, the same way with the play-in tournament kept fans engaged longer. Now, instead of being the 10th seed and you're being like, oh, there's a week left, we don't have a chance. Now you're the 10th seed. You have a chance to get into the postseason with a week to go. So now the NBA fans are all the way down to the 10th seed. You believe your team has a chance to make it to the postseason. So it's all about engagement. The NBA Cup was about engagement early on in the season. Now, this portion is about how do we keep these crappy teams engaged and not destroy the product late game.
The funny thing about all of this is I wish the people that were actually on the stream in the chat could hear what you're saying, but in my mind, I just have to mentally know that they're going to get it after the fact. Great conversation by the both of you. The one thing I will say, someone just said in the chat, the Wi-Fi signal is coming to Australia on one of Richard's dolphins.
That's how long it's taken. That's how long it's taken.
No, again, we continue to appreciate all of you for bearing with us. If you're still here, because I do see quite a few of you still in the chat, but it will be uploaded to a clean version if you can hear us momentarily. Having said that, we're transitioning. Perk Unplugged. We actually had this before we gave him the official emoji. I just want you to know. So I feel like that's the universe doing something. Perk Unplugged plug. Shout out to our viewers. We love you. You know all of this. But if you've been with us for a while, you know that Perk, he likes to do his own thing sometimes. And it's called Perk Unplugged. And we have a teaser for you. One of the latest episodes with the great DeAndre Bond dropping this Sunday that we want to show you guys. Take a look.
I've been in Hollywood 30-something years and never have I been invited to no puffy party.
Ray Allen was a bad mother. Jesus Shuttlesworth, he was
Yeah,
the
he
wood.
can't act. We need real movies, that's all, man. Everybody cheating on everybody and everybody. House party, bro.
When you got out, give me that one mother that you could say kept it 100 with you through thick and thin.
What if they not a celebrity or athlete? What if they just a
So
regular
not one of
homie?
them kept it 100 with you.
No.
Perk has had to run, but remember, catch that episode this Sunday on
Nope.
Perk Unplugged. Is Rich still here? No. Rich is out. All right, Channing, it's going to be you and me. We're going to close out this episode with my
just me and
favorite
you.
segment. My favorite segment, which is our drip check segment, brought to you by our friends over at Happy Jewelers. We have a really dope segment, if you will, from All-Star Weekend. We're going to check out these watches and these fits and see who is flexing the hardest. I need to know your thoughts, questions, comments, concerned. Rate the fit watch choices on a scale of 1 to 10, okay? Can you see? Do you have a visual? Channing. Yes. Okay, you see LeBron. You see the watch? That's a 10. You're a watch guy.
Can you hear
I
me?
need to know why.
That's an automatic 10. I'm a big
Automatic
watch guy.
10.
Yeah, that's an automatic 10. That watch is ridiculous.
All right, next. He's giving it a 10, scale of 1 to 10. How about Luka?
Ooh, that's clean. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 though. 9.5.
Why?
It just got a lot. I'm more of a simple guy. I know I gave the last one 10. I just like the colorway. But this one, I'm more of a simple automation guy. So I don't like all the stuff on the face. No offense. But
Okay. You don't like stuff on the face. Pause.
it's-
Moving on.
it's-
Next one.
Whoa, hey, yo. Golly.
How about shade?
That's
Ooh,
That's crazy.
that's
I
tight.
know I just said it on like a lot of a busy watch face. I might have to give that a 9.5 also. Dude, these guys, okay, the All-Stars coming with some heat.
9.5. He's not a tough critic. How about
Isn't he sponsored by, that's a Tiffany. I'm gonna give that like a 4. We gotta be better.
we got to be
be
better,
better.
D-Wade. He's giving you a 4 out of 10 for your watch choice. 2 chains.
12.
Really?
Perfect. It's simple. It's classy. It's, I like that colorway. Yeah. Petite. Paddock.
That's a good pick.
Sick. That's a great watch. It's a great watch. 12.
What else? Anthony Anderson. Ooh.
I saw him at dinner the night before. He seems like a good dude. He was like, yo, what's up, King?
He thought you were
I
LeBron.
was like, is he joking? I'm going to give this a 6. It's all right.
It's all right. It's a 6. Next. Ooh, Kai.
What?
That's a good one.
Oh. 16. I don't know
that-
if I've ever seen that colorway.
Is
That
that
is
Maverick blue?
ridiculous.
He gave it a 16
Ridiculous.
out of 10.
And then a lot of these dudes got $500,000 watches on. This is crazy.
Air Bunnies 23 said, watches cost more than my crib.
Yeah, this is craziness.
Queen Latifah.
Classic. I'm gonna give this a 7. I like
love
the
the two-tone.
colorway, but it's a nice Rolex. Nice little Roly.
Next. Spike Lee.
I am not a fan of Omegas, but Spike's a good dude. I'm gonna give him a 2, but I don't like the watch.
Not a fan of the watch.
Too matchy.
Jeff Hamilton. That's clean.
Okay. That's a great watch. That's a great watch. I'm gonna give that an 8.
We're going 8.
I like simple, classy watches.
How about Guy?
Oh my Lord.
I'm a fan. I don't know if I'd be able to tell the time though.
Right.
There's a lot going on. But do we all wear watches to tell time?
Yeah, man. Guy is I met him a couple times. He is a different dude.
Busta Rhymes.
I'll be real. I don't like Richard Mills. I'm gonna give that a 1. I know it's an amazing watch. I just don't like it. It's too flashy. It's too Miami for me.
Is it because the name is your best friend?
Richard? I don't know
Richard?
anybody named Richard.
Fat Joe. Is that one like Shay's?
Yes, but it is, but just the rainbow. I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna give it
All
a
right,
7.
and one more. Keegan-Michael Key.
Oh. Longason? Oh, I'm giving this a 18. That's my jam right there.
That's your
18.
Really?
That is my jam. Yeah, I like simplistic.
Tells you
Simple.
everything you need to know about Channing. It is the fry segment. Indeed.
Here we go.
It's our drip segment presented by Happy Jewelers. All right, again with you, the viewer in the chat, thank you so much for rocking, hanging on. It was a chicken salad out of chicken shit show, but we loved it. We made it. We did it. And again, we will be dropping a clean, very clean version after this. But for the frog, for the Perk Unplugged, for the Brontosaurus dinosaur, and for the egghead himself. Remember, those are our emojis. Every Tuesday, Friday, Road Trippin' Live, 10 a.m. Pacific. We will see you next week. Much love.